So welcome back to more Mega Man 7, where last we left off, Wily and his robots are currently attacking the middle of the city. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show off the shop again. And the reason for this is because in the second half of the game... Okay, wait, I'll make a liar out of me game. I guess I'm going to have to come back. So let's see, right now we got a really diverse cast of characters here. So we're gonna go to the auto parts factory apparently, and we're gonna take on Turbo Man first. And yes, there's that Arnold Schwarzenegger line from Jingle All the Way, but yeah, we'll get into that when we get to the boss fight. And right now, as I've said before, this is an auto parts factory, and right out of the gates there is a dude attacking me with a, I don't know what the heck you call that thing, well, because it's not a bulldozer. Not really sure what it is. But he's dead now. And yeah, if you don't kill him by the time you get here, he is going to keep fighting you, so just remember that when you're going through this. Let's see, I'm getting too fancy with my weapons again. So yeah, let's just deal with him that way. And yeah, let's see, this stage is actually pretty tricky, as well as also very diverse, as I've said before about the level design in this game. Let's see, I don't think there's anything here. Nope. And yeah, you are gonna see me using, oh hey, that helps. You're gonna see me using Rush Search a lot in these next few stages, mainly because there's a lot of cool stuff you can find. And see, I'm just trying to do this the right way here. And the problem with these tires is that these tires, when they hit you, they knock you backwards, so that's a really easy way to end up in the spikes. So let's just do this the easy way, why not? And yeah, during one of my other field recordings, I did just end up hitting the spikes. And yeah, you just don't want to... That's like, wait, do I want to do it this way? Okay, good, Rush can land on spikes. Because apparently it's just Mega Man Base and Proto Man that can't. Okay, stop getting hit here. Let's just let you go. And yeah, the problem with these guys is that they just take a lot of hits to kill. And then they just hop around like crazy. Although you do have to give them credit for their fighting spirit, I guess. I mean, the fact that they don't have any parts left and they're still willing to fight you. That's just pretty ballsy on their part. Okay, good, I needed that. And, let's see, what do we want to do here? Actually, yeah, I want to go back to Super Adapter for a second. And yeah, you're gonna be seeing me use the Super Adapter a lot. Well, because it's a really cool weapon. But with that said, there is a reason they had this, signal thing here. And not just for the free energy. So let's just go ahead and do this. Because that's just the way you have to think with these things, is that whenever you see something like this, there's usually a reason for it. And that reason is that we get the punch extension for the Super Adapter. So now, when I go to the Super Adapter, I can do this. Well, actually, I'll just wait for him first. But yeah, it makes the punch much stronger and the punch much, or it goes much further. So that's always a good thing to know. But like I've said before, there's a reason they had this platform and not to annoy you. Usually what that means is that there's a secret, so what we're gonna do is we're just gonna go this way. And our good buddy Proto Man's back. So that's always good. I don't really know that they are called circuit plates, but yeah, well, that's just his way of doing it. Oh, we all know Proto Man was the cocky one in the group, but with that said, let's just go ahead and get out of here. And the reason I went to Turbo Man first without having his weakness is that because you do have to activate the Proto Man scenes in a certain order. Otherwise, you miss out on a pretty cool item. But with that said, we're just gonna search here one more time. And this block here looks pretty peculiar. Was it here? I might be wrong. Oh hey, I got a Game Boy. Fantastic. Alright, let's just try this block now. And yeah, I'm gonna be doing this a lot just because I don't have a perfect memory of where everything is, but I think I know how to get everything. Just like a big-ass bolt. Because big-ass bolts are always good. But the purpose for the big bolt is that it counts as 100. So that's always good to have on you. With these flame pillars, what you have to do is that you have to, or when they are on 3, that's when they fire. Okay, that was really smart of me. So let's see, let's just do it this way. Okay, that was not done well at all. Okay, well that was incredibly terribly done of me, but hopefully I'll do better with this part. Yeah, I'm gonna have to skip that energy tank. And yeah, that just requires a lot of quick reflexes because that fire is instant kill. And just like Quick Man stage for those of you wondering. And now we're just gonna shoot the hell out of this truck while avoiding tons and tons of... I don't know what kind of writing that missile has on it. I don't know, might have been a Chinese export or something. Although I like this truck's face. That thing looks like it's in a lot of agony now. But with that said, let's just go ahead and get out of here. So yeah, we're almost up to the end of Turbo Man stage, so let's just go ahead and fight him here. And his weakness is Shade Man's weapon, but unfortunately I don't have that, so I gotta take him on with a Mega Buster. So yeah, I gotta use that in line now if it's turbo time! Let's see, with this wheel, it's easy to get burned like that. And unfortunately, the worst part about getting burned is that you have, or it just does a lot of damage. Okay, why am I... Yeah, see, Turbo Man's attacks are pretty basic. Yeah, see, this is the tricky part with this boss fight is that... Wow, I really sucked at that boss fight. But anyway, the tricky part about this boss fight is that you have to listen to a sound cue for when he's gonna attack. Okay, I think I know what to do now with a wheel. Yeah, that's the way it's supposed to be done. Yeah, unfortunately I'm probably gonna get hit by that more often than not, but what are you gonna do? Yeah, so you have to listen to the sound cue for when Turbo Man's about to go, and I think I was too busy talking during then. But, unfortunately, that's just what happens when you're doing a Let's Play. That's the problem with Let's Playing in general, is you have to talk. Okay, let's just do this. And then he likes to pull me towards him. And the tricky part with... Okay, the tricky part with SNES 9X is that, unfortunately, the diagonal function doesn't work as well. Okay, gotcha that time. And with that, Turbo Man is done. Yeah, fortunately, during the boss rush, it's going to be a little bit easier because I don't plan on, you know, recording myself talking while doing it. But yeah, that was kinda ugly, but, you know, it turned out for the better eventually. And we get a pretty nifty weapon here. I do like this weapon a lot. And that's gonna be important for one of the other stages. And this is also Burst Man's weakness for those of you wondering, so that's just something to know. Okay, now let's see if it's activated. Okay, let's see what we got here. Nope, still not. I guess I gotta beat all 8 of the bosses. Let's see, with that said, I am going to try and activate something, so I'll just see you back here when I'm done activating it. I'm trying to just get the secret music for Shademan stage, and I don't remember if I used to use if you have to use or hold B on controller 2 or controller 1. But right now I'm going to try controller 2. If it doesn't work, I'm just going to reset it. So I'll just reset my recording and I'll see you back here. Alright, now we're ready to take on Shademan. So let's just do something a little special here. We're going to hold B and press start. I also do like this little tribute to Ghouls and Ghosts, even though I'm not very good at that game. I think in Super Ghouls and Ghosts the furthest I got was maybe stage 4 or stage 5. And then Ghosts and Goblins I had to try about like 400 or 500 times just to make it past stage 2. I think the biggest problem with that, or with the first game at least, is just how much randomness there is. I mean, it's really easy to die about 100-200 times just for, you know, just sheer bad luck. But anyway, I want that bolt. I do find Super Ghouls and Ghosts to be better, I'm just not very good at it. But anyway, in a Shademan stage, there's just a bunch of stuff that likes to attack you, like these guys. They actually remind me a lot of Sir Kibble from Kirby. But yeah, the Super Adapter is definitely a good weapon to use in this stage. Not only against Shademan, but also against all the stuff you're going to be facing here. And I did forget to mention in when I fought Turbo Man that his weakness is actually Shademan's weapon. But I had to beat him with a Mega Buster because, well, I didn't have Shademan's weapon. That might be a pretty painful death for that bat. But anyway, spikes, you know what they do. And the interesting thing about this next mini-boss is that there are 2 ways you can go about finishing him off. You can either shoot the eyes here, or you can wait for the core to open up and then shoot that. And then each of them are going to take you to a different area. But for the purposes of getting an important item, or actually it's not really that important, but for the purposes of getting it, I am going to shoot the inner core and just take it out that way. Yeah, see, the problem with the Mega Buster shots is that it's really hard to actually hit the thing from the inside. So let's just drop down here. And you're wondering, why would they put a Sniper Joe right there? Well, there's a pretty good reason. And that reason is because there's a secret here. So we get a very special fight here. Now just let the dialogue play itself out. On a side note, I actually did like the voice acting for the Mega Man cartoon. I think Proto Man had one of the best voice actors. That's just yeah, see, the thing with Proto Man is that you have to hit him with a fully charged Mega Buster shots, and then that way it resets his pattern. And then he'll try and do the same thing. And it's really easy to counter his... what's that, whenever he jumps, or counter those shots whenever he jumps. But for this fight, it's really more of a timing thing. But yeah, once you get the timing down, it's actually pretty easy. And unfortunately, you can't hit him when he's charging his his Proto Buster. I'll send Mega Buster for that one. But yeah, this guy's really not too tough, but you know, it is something to challenge you at least. Let's see, I think he might change strategy soon, but I don't really know. The only problem with this is that it does take a while. Well, not with that strategy. But we get a very special item, and that item is going to be... yeah, thanks, Proto Man. And now I have obtained Proto Man's shield. Okay, sorry about that. There were just some settings I forgot to change with my firewall and then Norton and those things. Oh wait, I actually had to kill this thing now. You know what, I might as well show off what the Proto Shield does. You want to shoot at me anytime? Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. But anyway, the Proto Shield is pretty useful for those kind of things. Of course, since it's a shield, it blocks projectiles. Who knew? Yeah, I might as well get that while I'm here. I mean, I did figure out how to solve some of the slowdown issues I was having. But see, it still doesn't change the fact that, you know, it's still kind of a process. Let's see, with these things there are two ways you can light them. You can either use the Scorch Wheel or the Thunderbolt. But I think the Scorch Wheel is more convenient. And the reason you do want to keep these things full is that, or keep these things lit, is that you just don't want to fall in the spikes inadvertently. And we all know that's never any fun. I think I want Thunderbolt here. And yeah, with this first path, what we're doing is we're just fighting a lot of zombies. And I'm pretty sure there were, yeah, it was called House of the Dead, the arcade game where you just had zombies flying at you everywhere and you just had to shoot them. I think I remember playing that once or twice in a movie theater. Never really was that good at those kind of games though. Oh hey, there's a zombie crashing through the boards. And that is why you don't use wooden boards to seal off your home in case of a zombie apocalypse. I mean, if you have steel, that helps. And that's actually where we go from the alternate pathway, but we're just gonna get to that one pretty soon. And base is here. Well, that would be smarter in hindsight, but at the same time, Mega Man being the good soul that he is gonna take base to Dr. Light's lab. Let's see, what am I gonna go with here? We're almost up to Shade Man, so... Yep, there he is. So let's go ahead and get the Super Adapter up and running. His weakness is Springman's weapon, but we are gonna use the Super Adapter here. And also in the Super Nintendo version, or the actual Super Nintendo version, it is actually a lot darker up there, so you can't really see him. But first thing he's gonna do is swoop down, and then if he catches you, it's a lot like Launch Octopus, where he will like drain your energy and also absorb it. But I am gonna show off a couple more of his attacks. And that's the Noise Crush, just in case you wanted to know. Yeah, that's what that does. But now time for you to die. Oh, with that, that's the end of Shade Man, so that's all fine and good. And also on a side note, you only get the Ghosts and Goblins music if you haven't beaten Shade Man. But after you beat him, you get his normal music. And the good thing about the Noise Crush is that you can have it bounce off a wall, and then you can catch it and then charge it up the same way Shade Man did. Well, with all that said, we got the Noise Crush, and that is 6 robots down. Let's see, the password's here. Well, with all that said, I'm going to go ahead and show off the other pathway in Shade Man stage, so I'll just see you when I get there. So, now that we're back, let's just go ahead and take this sucker out. And really the easy way to do this is just to hit the eyes. And we're just going to wait for this guy. Hey, you didn't show that attack last time. And again, that's just the things you learn when you're Let's Playing. Yeah, he didn't show that off, that's what I meant to say. But yeah, the reason I'm using the Thunderbolt here is it's just easier to hit him with it. So now we get an alternate pathway. And the good thing about this pathway is there are more enemies, but at the same time it does reward exploring a little bit more. So let's just take these guys out. And then I want to get the Rush Jet going here. And the reason for that is because I can get myself a 1-up. Okay, I'm already up to 8. Good. Alright, so let's just get going amidst the respawning enemies. So it's just, I don't really think, yeah, there's nothing else here, so I don't really think I have to worry about anything else. Let's see, let's just go with the shield. Okay, that did nothing. And also, I do like this touch where if the moon gets covered, then the werewolves don't come out, and then it gets darker. I just think that's a really nice touch. Let's see, I think this is a checkpoint room. But yeah, there's a actually really interesting portrait of Vampire Dr. Wily here. So what we're gonna do is, this is here for a reason obviously, so let's just go ahead and search it. And then Rush found something good, so we're just gonna let him dig it up. And we have got ourselves the Energy Balancer. And it works the same as in Mega Man 5 for Game Boy and then Mega Man X, where if you have the Mega Buster or Super Adapter or any of those things equipped, you automatically get the weapon with the lowest amount of health refilled. But yeah, with that said, we're back at Shademan's lair, but there is nothing here. So yeah, that's just our password for now. So with that said, I'm gonna go ahead and call the video, so join me next time as we take out the remaining 2 Robot Masters. See you then!